3 prisoners vanished from a maximum security prison, and for weeks, nobody noticed. No broken bars, no alarms triggered, just 3 empty cells hiding a secret beneath the concrete. At the center of the mystery was a quiet inmate named Marcus Kane. While the prison slept, Marcus studied every weakness in the system. Inside his cramped cell, surrounded by rusted bars and cracked walls, an impossible idea began to grow. The guards believed the prison routine was unbreakable. Meals, counts, watchtowers scanning the yard every hour. But routines create patterns, and patterns create opportunities. Marcus watched, he listened, he waited. Every conversation in the yard, every movement of the guards, every shift change. Slowly, a plan took shape. Notes were written in secret. Blueprints were studied in the prison library, and bodies were trained for the moment when strength would matter most. But a plan like this needed tools. Inside the prison workshop, pieces of metal quietly disappeared. Hidden maps were drawn in candlelight. 3 prisoners memorized every step, because their escape would require something no prisoner had ever done before. They would dig beneath the prison itself. Night after night, the sound of chiseling echoed softly under the floor. Dust fell, concrete cracked, and a narrow tunnel slowly began to grow. But digging was only half the challenge. The dirt had to disappear, so the prisoners carried it outside, hand by hand, spreading it across the yard. To everyone watching, it looked like nothing, but underground, the tunnel stretched further each night. Tools were rebuilt from stolen scraps. Measurements were taken carefully, every inch bringing them closer to freedom. But one surprise inspection could destroy everything, so Marcus prepared the final deception. Fake heads placed beneath blankets, sleeping prisoners that weren't real. Then, finally, the night arrived. The concrete floor lifted, revealing the tunnel below. One by one, they climbed into the darkness. The tunnel was narrow, unstable, barely wide enough to crawl. Torchlight flickered across the dirt walls, and the air grew thinner with every meter. But after months of digging, the end was finally in sight. A rusted storm drain, the final barrier between prison and freedom. The grate slowly lifted, moonlight poured into the tunnel, and for the first time in years, Marcus Kane stepped outside the prison walls. Across the open field, the 3 fugitives ran. Searchlights swept behind them, sirens ready to explode at any moment. Moments later, they vanished into the forest. For hours, the prison remained silent, until a guard made a discovery. The prisoners were gone. Alarms erupted, searchlights cut across the night sky, helicopters lifted into the air. The manhunt had begun. Hidden beneath the trees, the escapees waited for the search to pass. But surviving outside prison required something else: luck. And soon, Marcus found it. Headlights appeared on a lonely road, a car slowed, and the fugitives disappeared into the night. By morning, the story was everywhere. Headlines across the country asked the same question: how did 3 prisoners outsmart the entire prison system? Investigators searched the cell, and when they found the tunnel, the scale of the escape stunned everyone. But freedom never lasts forever. Weeks later, Marcus Kane was finally located. Authorities moved in, and the legendary escape came to an end. Yet even today, the story still fascinates investigators, because the question remains unanswered. How did three prisoners dig their way out of one of the most secure prisons ever built? And how close did Marcus Kane really come to disappearing forever?